Welcome to Motorhome Rehab Ranch. Do you have a GMC? Would you like to have one or just learn more about them? You're in the right place. And a special shout out to my ranch hands that help us support us by paying for the videos and asking questions and working on their coach. If you'd like to be a member, a ranch hand, at the end of this video we'll talk more about that. We're specifically devoted to the GMC Motorhome built from 1973 to 1978 only, okay? So let's get into something that may help you understand a little bit more about the GMC. What do you think? Bling, bling. Cool, I can hang that around my neck. It'd be nice. What do you think, El Gonza? Yeah, man, look at that. Hi, it's Jim Bounds with Co-op Motorworks and Motorhome Rehab Ranch on Patreon. And yeah, this is pretty cool looking, isn't it? But here's the thing. Your new car out front has a serpentine belt system on it. Why? They didn't put it in there for bling. They put it in there because serpentine belts don't come off. Multi-band belts, they don't come off. V-belts, they come off. All right? If you want your coach to work like a coach will work, a vehicle will work today, you need the things that the vehicles have today. And it's a serpentine belt system. All right? Look away from, you know the funny part about it? The ones that don't look much like, and they're black, they cost more. Of course, they have one that's got a little diamond cut. If you go to their website, CVFracing.com, you can see all the different ones. And yeah, hot rodders, they made this for hot rodders to look cool and all this stuff. But that's not why we're talking about it today, okay? We're talking about it because it makes your coach more reliable. We're going to have Jason here. Come on, run in here. Jason's going to be doing more videos and technical things. And he's going to tell you a little bit about this serpentine system.
All right. Hey guys, so I'm going to give you a little more of the technical details of this. Basically, one of the things that we really like about this setup is, unlike with some of the other serpentine belts that have come along through the past, this one keeps the water pump still rotating the same direction as it always was, which means you don't have to find some special water pump out there that
what?
You can't find. Yeah.
Reverse running water pump? Where are you going to find that in Texas? I mean, seriously.
Who knows?
Yeah. There was even one system way back, and it had two belts on it. One company. So, and it didn't have a tensioner pulley. What? And then I saw one that had the tensioner pulley right here, right? So you can actually change it without it. You can take the belt off right there. It had the tensioner pulley on the drive side. So every time you accelerate, it went, ugh. It's crazy. We went through a bunch of different ones. We're a CVF dealers because of the way this is.
Yeah. So another thing we like about this is the AC compressor. So this is going to replace that giant behemoth A6 power sucking AC compressor that you had before. It was massive and sat up here and had that ugly bracket that made it impossible to do your valve covers. So, it gets rid of that because, it's probably toast anyways. And if it's not, then, hey, some extra power back here because it's rotary compressor. So that's something we really like about this setup. Another thing we really like about this is new single wire alternator. This is a higher output one, so you're going to get 140 amps output on the base model. Well, it's the same alternator, but if for some reason you need a little more power out of it,
like if you're running fans,
right? So we've run some really big fans before, and when you run them on high, it sucks the power down a little faster. So one thing that we found off that was, if you go with a smaller pulley on here, which CVF has provided to us, we have the inside knowledge on that. You can get, they say about 160 amps output on this thing.
Well, this is that one wire alternator we've been talking about. You use the Semlac
ACR 160.
Yeah, ACR 160 converter.
Yep.
not converter, combiner.
Yeah.
It puts full current to your battery. Does all kinds of cool things. Gets rid of your isolator and your boost solenoid. We've got drawings to show you how to put it in. But this CVF system comes with the one-wire alternator. It bypasses the nichrome wire circuit that everybody's, talking about a lot. Just do away with it. This does away with it.
Yeah. Another thing that we really like about this is your power steering pump. So the power steering pump on the original one had the reservoir built right directly into it.
Yeah, you remember that? You're looking down the front,
Yeah. Always wondering like how you're going to get that in there, and if you have it running
it's
while
hot.
you're doing it or anything.
Oh,
it's
man.
blowing fluid all over the place. So not an ideal setup, but they do make an option for that if you decided, hey, I just want it simple and I just want to put it in there, and once it's all set, like I'm not going to have to touch it. They do have that as an option. We haven't actually run that one because the remote sump version.
Yeah, it's got a thing right up here.
We really like that. Just makes it easy to fill and check and just do everything that you want.
Right there.
Yeah. So another thing on this, so we came up with the hoses to hook up to this power steering pump, which more than likely your power steering hoses are all probably pretty close to shot.
They're rotten.
And you blow one of those out and suddenly you're trying to get a workout while you're steering.
Your Armstrong steering.
Exactly. So that's something that we can put together a kit if you're doing one of these yourself. We have all the parts that we know we've had to use over the years, like Jim mentioned, the ACR 160 to use with the alternator, the hoses. There's some shims. The only thing that we've ever had to shim on this is the water pump. We came up with the shims that are needed for that typically. Doesn't mean it's always going to be a thing, but the rest of it's all built off of this thing. They get that all really accurate.
The issue is adapting this perfect thing to this belch fire motor, and there's one shim behind there that does that. Compared to all the other ones that you find around, we've looked. This is the system. Why? Because your belts won't come off. Okay. 2, it updates everything else. And you're 45 years, Hoses. Now, you guys know us as we do restorations, okay? We're not necessarily a parts guy, but we do sell parts, okay? We want to put a kit together for this for you with all the hoses, like Jason was talking about, the power steering hoses, the air conditioner hoses. We want to put this in a kit. We don't normally like to sell kits because, we do restorations. But this is just so important. It is just, it brings your coach so up to date that this is something that we found that we've been selling a lot of them, and we're going to go even further to put it in even more of a kit form. It's all bolt-in. You don't have to get fancy or anything like that. You can actually use regular tools. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Jim's pretty much nailed most of it. I mean, I don't know if we really talked about belt squeaking and stuff too much.
There's no belt squeaking on a serpentine system, and like I said, you can put this on probably with a beer in your hand. You might need 2 hands, but you can adjust. You can just loosen it up, take the belt off, put another one on there. None of that other stuff. We won't even go into it. This is a really, really big improvement. Okay. So if you want to talk more about it or whatever, and one of the things, we're CVF dealers, so when you go to their website and you look at all their prices and stuff, that's the prices we can sell it for. But when you buy it through us, you get him.
Well, tech support.
Yeah, tech support. That's also if you were to get into FiTech, get into fuel injection or any of the other things. The reason, if you just want to buy a part, there's some guy in North Dakota, at a phone booth selling stuff cheap. We all know this. The internet it's not the price. Well, it is price. Everything's price. But it's how to do it. And if something's wrong, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters don't know anything about this. So look, Guys, I appreciate you watching, taking some time with us. If this is something you want to do, get hold of us. Motorhome Rehab Ranch has a new email address. Motorhome Rehab Ranch, pretty easy, one word, at gmail.com. Now you don't have to go through co-op or talk to us. You can go right to Motorhome Rehab Ranch and give us your comments, input, output, whatever. We're doing this for you. You're paying us to do it, and we appreciate that, and we want to do more of it. All right? So look, see you next time, all right? Serpentine belt, CVF Racing. Don't forget. See ya.
Yeah.